Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Purposely nonsensical and in on the absurd. It's the Audience of One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com and available wherever you tend to get your podcasts from. On today's show, we discuss inventing your own country, running barefoot, and what not to do with a cash advance. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the guy who would hoard salt in the event of an apocalypse. It's Dick. I don't do dark places. Schisler. Staying away from the dark places, are you?
Oh, I get too tempted.
Like the crevices of your mind, the cockles of your heart, very dark.
Temptation lies in darkness.
What's up, buddy? Happy New Year to you, man. Episode number 150 for us. What a nice special treat. I thought about bringing in some champagne, and I knew that would be your response, so I just left it at home.
Well, I've been sick for the past couple days, and it's been a journey.
Oh, no.
Because it's just enough. I hate when you get sick just enough where you can still do things. But then right when 7 p.m. rolls around, it just hits you
feel it.
It just hits you like a ton of bricks. And
you do look a little bit like one of the commercials for nasal medication. Your nose is a little red. Your eyes are a little droopy.
Oh, yeah.
But you're still slaying it behind the mic, buddy. Oh. Happy New Year to you, bud. Happy New Year.
I'm a big slammer.
You got any New Year's resolutions?
No. I don't care.
Yeah, I know that you don't do them. I typically don't, but I think my New Year's resolution from last year was to start smoking. Do you remember that? I think that was my and I'm here to tell you, I just didn't get around to it. And every time I was hanging out at like the Circle K in the evenings, I figured like, this is the time I'm supposed to be smoking. Dang it, I missed it. Maybe next year. I'm going to give it another try this year.
I mean, I would go for it right now.
Just light up right here in City Hall. Let's see how well. How long do you think it would take of me lighting a cigarette before somebody comes banging at this door? Probably 15 minutes, man.
Sure. I mean, well, I wouldn't tell you now. So
I know you wouldn't. Last year, I remember you told me that your family got a Christmas card from someone you didn't know. And I gotta know, did you receive the Christmas card from mystery guest or mystery person again this year?
No, we didn't.
One and done, huh?
Yeah.
So the mystery continues. Did you ever find out who this person was?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Which is funny because I think I told you like that address started when my parents built their house. So there wasn't anyone previously living at that address.
Oh, okay, right. So it was intended for them.
I know.
Well, it did have your parents' name on it, too. It wasn't just the address, right?
I don't remember. Probably. So awesome. But then again, my parents are losing their minds. So.
Now, what they should have done, well, your parents aren't losing their minds, but what you should have done if it had a return address was to send them a card this year, just to keep this thing going.
You know what's weird is...
Sup?
I don't think my parents do Christmas cards.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, they never asked us to do a group picture.
Yeah, they figured that's a lost cause.
Yeah.
Richard, comb your hair. Richard, comb... Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do Christmas cards usually. Sometimes we'll do New Year's cards. It's a lot easier to do because you're not trying to get those out while also Christmas shopping and having to deal with getting things in the mail by a certain time or it doesn't get there on time. How about we just send them mid-January? How's it going, everybody?
I think it would I think my new idea now, you just inspired me, is I'm going to get that AI stuff and do a Christmas card with me and my face and do something weird with it.
Yes. Please do.
So what I should do is just make a fake family.
Ask ChatGPT to put your
perfect nuclear family, please. And then so everybody's like, you got married? You have 4 kids? No, I want to do like 8, just to be ridiculous with it.
Yeah.
And make it as real looking as possible.
You'll have like an Asian wife and then you'll have kids that are of all different colors, races, and backgrounds. Great.
We adopted.
We're blended.
Update. We adopted 8 children from around the world. I think
that one child has 5 fingers.
Yeah, it's gonna be
nothing wrong with AI.
It's gonna be great.
That would be really good. And it's easy to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was thinking about that. I was like,
ChatGPT could do that very easily.
That would be such a good gag. Everyone would be calling like, "Is this real?"
From our family to yours.
Yeah.
2025 was a busy year for me.
Yeah.
Got married and had 8 kids.
8 children. We had
and one on the way.
Yeah, one on.
We're working on. In fact, we're working on one right now as I write this card.
And what
God.
And what I would do is have all 8 kids run a river rafting trip, so everyone's wearing their gear.
Yeah, make it look like you guys did all kinds of adventures last year. Skiing in the Alps.
Yeah.
River rafting.
River rafting. I always love those pictures.
Oh yeah,
because it's like for some reason they get them, and everyone's like
splashing there. I love it.
Right.
Here's us at the aquarium.
Yeah, good ideas. I love it. It's like,
oh my God.
Or what you could do just to be really dark is you just look at the 2025, like the darkest things that happened, and then you put yourself in it. It's like, hey, here's me at January 6th rating.
Next to Epstein and
here's me with the Epstein, and then you do one with the Bison Man. Like, I met my heroes. Oh God,
I'm actually tearing up. I'm laughing so much at the thought of you and your AI nuclear family. Good God, Dick. I don't know when the last time you watched the Charlie Brown Christmas special was, but I caught about 5 minutes of it this year. Just it was on, and I sat there and watched it for a few seconds. Dude, I guess I didn't realize it as much, but when I was a kid, but I think Charlie Brown is clinically depressed. Well, I mean, I knew something was off when I was a kid. I just didn't realize how bad it was. And watching it now through an adult's eyes, I'm like, somebody get that guy some help. Something, man. This guy is so sad.
Well, I don't really know the premise of Charlie Brown or the Christmas special, but if you think about what everyone kind of knows of Charlie Brown,
yes.
Like, I know that woman, while he's trying to kick the football, takes the football.
Yeah, was that Lucy? No, it wasn't Lucy.
I don't know her name, but see, so he's got a bully.
Yep, he's bullied. One of his best friends is so dirty, there's like a cloud of dust around him.
And then his dog's name's Snoopy.
I'm not sure I understand that. Yeah, Snoopy, I do think it's an interesting character, right? Snoopy is probably the best character of the show, but kind of odd that they made him a World War II veteran with PTSD. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Again, didn't realize that as a child, but he would suddenly have episodes on the top of his doghouse where he's going back in a dog fight with the Japanese Zeros. Oh my God. Anyway, it's an interesting cartoon, man. Well, like I said, somebody needs to check on him.
Thanks for the update.
Yeah. Good God.
Well, did you have a good Christmas?
It was wonderful. Wonderful. And now we're moving on. No, it was fine. I mean, just, it was good. It's good. Got to visit the folks and presents galore.
That's fun.
Now I'm just waiting for the credit card bill to come in.
Yep.
So I drove into DFW a couple weeks ago. I may have mentioned it here on the air. And I saw what you see here in Houston, too, one of those large homeless encampments under an overpass. And it's interesting, and I know you've seen these before, because it looks like some of these guys have been there for a while. I mean, they've got some pretty big structures. Looks like these tents have been in place for quite some time. They've even got their area roped off like they have their own little yard. But it got me thinking, if that guy's been in the tent for a long time, periods of years maybe, is he still considered homeless? Seems like he's got a pretty good home right there. Seems like he's not going anywhere either.
Are we really going to have this conversation right now?
Why? Is this too close to your home?
No, I was just like, I thought you're considered homeless if you don't have an address.
Okay, that's where I'm going. Could you then somehow start to receive mail? And is that the line of demarcation as to whether or not you are homeless? You can receive mail. Because they don't look like they're homeless, man.
I mean, to be honest, the only real answer I have is checking with services that provide help to the homeless and see what they require.
Ooh. So like if you were to call 911 and ask or in the case of an emergency, would they be able to respond?
Why would you just tell them where they are?
Right? Well, then there you go.
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
It is. Oh, I thought you. Well,
I meant more of like if I need food and I go to like a homeless shelter, I imagine that they're like, oh, I need some clothes. Or like, oh, you got to fill this out. And then like, I wonder if they ask for an address or,
I don't know.
Because I know, like, I imagine if you stay at like a Red Cross, not Red Cross, what is it called? The Santa Claus that collects money. What is it, like Salvation Army? Because we have one down the street. I wonder if, like, to stay there, you probably have to fill something out, like, hey, in case of emergency, who do we call? Or, what blood type are you? Are you, that kind. I imagine you have to fill stuff out, mainly because that's how they get reimbursed from the government.
I don't know. You're probably right. I just think that there's different levels to it, man. And I wonder if the guys who have the really nice tents kind of flex on the guy who's just laying on the sidewalk. Come on, man, get a tent.
Yeah. I
nice.
had a better sign for the weekend, so I got bumped up.
I don't know. So, like I said, I guess it's just I hadn't really paid too much attention to it, but some of them are quite elaborate, and they don't look like they're going anywhere. I mean, they've got hanging plants out front, for crying out loud. That's a house.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I don't really know.
I don't know either. I just wondered if there was some kind of delineation there.
Oh, you know what? Add that to the what if I had $1 million or billions of dollars, pay Andrew to do?
Go live under an
I'd be
overpass?
like, hey, you got to go in there for at least 4 to 8 hours and figure it out. And I'm going to give you the nicest camping equipment known to man and just see how far you can get.
I wonder if they have disputes amongst neighbors, too.
We did have an agreement you can't be in danger, so I guess that would technically put you in danger.
Possibly, potentially.
Because somebody likes that stove you got.
Yeah, it's a sure nice pot you got over there. Fancy tent there, new boy. You're new homeless. Oh, my God. Well, I think that kind of...
That was a good one.
Nice snot bubble clearing your nose. Thank you for at least stepping back from the mic a few feet. The onesie appreciates it. Yeah, your nose it's red. Oh, poor buddy. We'll try and make it through this episode as quickly as possible, man. All right, go ahead and kick off the show with the show music. And I think this first story kind of goes right along with what we were just talking about, Dick, and being homeless. A man has declared himself president of a self-proclaimed country nestled in a disputed patch of land between Croatia and Serbia. And it comes complete with a flag, a cabinet, I'm guessing this would be a cabinet of people like in the government, its own currency, and nearly 400 citizens. Daniel Jackson founded the Free Republic of Verdes, a 0.5 square kilometer, which is less than 125 acres, across the Danube River. And he did so after discovering that the area was unclaimed by either neighboring country due to an ongoing border dispute. Now, there is a picture of this little plot of land. It's kind of interesting. This guy had this idea back when he was 14 years old, and he is now 20. He said it was just a bit of an experiment with a few of his friends at first, but then it actually came to life. And he officially declared the Republic's independence May 30th of 2019. Now, this guy is an online gamer. I guess that's not too surprising, as he builds virtual worlds on Roblox.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, man. I do kind of feel like this guy is your spirit animal right next to Stale Cracker. But I'm not sure I would want to be the leader of a piece of land that is in the center of a piece of the dispute. Seems like it's a good way to get killed. But I used to play SimCity a lot as a kid, so I imagine this is kind of similar to this.
It'd be pretty funny if somebody sends him a letter.
Yeah.
Or drone drops a bunch of pamphlets saying you're going to be invaded.
Right.
If on this date, if you're...
I imagine that there are little slivers of land all over the place that aren't probably technically owned by one... Like, let's just say it's counties where county boundaries butt up. They're technically not in one county or the other. You could probably try and get away with this and create your own new county in the state of Texas. But this is an entirely new country.
Actually, one of the most interesting situations I've been in is I have family friends. They had their borders on their land were both, I believe it was Texas, Arkansas, what was it? I think it was Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you drove on, like, where the roping arena was, that was in Arkansas. And if you went to, like, the south side, it was in Louisiana. And then the east side was in Texas. Like, their house was in Texas.
Oh, my gosh. What a mess.
Yeah. And
where do their taxes go?
Yeah,
Sounds like a nightmare.
I asked that. I was like, that's really funny. And they figured it out.
It says the official languages of Verdes are English, Croatian, and Serbia, and that the nation uses the euro as its currency, man. Pretty amazing that a kid this young had the wherewithal to go ahead and create his own
probably
country.
The new cryptocurrency scam.
You think so?
They bump up they bump up something and then he steals all the money. Smart kid.
Yeah, I'm saying I see you doing something like this soon. You kind of have your own island mentality. Let's put it that way. I think you'd like to be the ruler. You love the power, you've always said.
Oh, yeah.
It's just to be an island full of ladies.
Talk about a dark place.
Yeah, right. An island full of ladies, no men allowed. No pants allowed on Tuesdays.
I would allow anyone to come in because eventually I might get bored. So.
Yeah, but you're going to use them for target practice.
Yeah, just figure, again, anything can happen. I'm bored.
It's true. It's my own country. I can do whatever I want. It's called Dickolas. This is Verdes. That is interesting, though. If you could come up with any name for a country, I mean, you're creating it from scratch. I'm not sure Verdes.
Verdes sounds fun.
It sounds too straight, too legitimate. We need something a little more on the edge. If I'm doing it,
it sounds like something in a history book.
Right. That's not the point. You're creating history. You don't let history dictate.
I feel like there's like the Battle of Verdes.
Right.
Yeah.
That
sounds
cool.
It
fits in too much.
Yeah.
Dickies.
No, I wouldn't have my name on it.
Oh yeah, you would. You'd try to change the shape of that coastline too.
I just call it. I would call it country.
Just country.
What country is that?
Generic.
Country.
Just generic.
It's country. Well, what country is it? It's country.
Oh, I would love to see you trying to deport people too. They come over illegally. Oh no, get out! You're not a sovereign citizen. Sovereign citizen.
For this year, where everyone's illegal. That's what I would do.
Oh man, it's a pretty interesting story. I would like to visit. I wonder if they have an airport. You can just fly into Verdes.
Probably. It's on a riverbank, so you can probably just do that.
It says in October of 2023, Croatian police did detain several quote-unquote settlers, along with Jackson himself, before deporting them and then issuing them a lifetime ban from ever entering the country. So it does sound like this place might be in a little bit of turmoil. He's operating now what is called a government in exile.
Cool.
Yeah, man. I just thought for sure this would be something you would be into.
Yeah.
Dick, we have talked about ChatGPT on this show quite a bit,
cool,
and for good reason. Well, this only seems like a natural progression in the use of the software. People are now using ChatGPT, couples that is, to solve arguments between each other. Yes.
We should get in an argument.
Yeah, and then So it's interesting because what will happen is a couple will have a disagreement and then they say, fine, let's go ask ChatGPT who's correct. What could go wrong here, right? Like, so for instance, let's say you get in a fight with your significant other about whether or not it's inappropriate to remove your pants at the New Year's party. And you're like, look, babe, it was perfectly fine. She's like, no, it's not. And you say, why don't you just go ask ChatGPT? Yeah. See what ChatGPT says about it. Now, you do have to agree that ChatGPT answer is final, right? Like, you have to both agree. Okay, no matter what.
Yeah, it's like coin flipping.
Yeah, we're going to agree whatever ChatGPT says is going to be the correct one. I don't know.
You know, it makes me think, though, is...
And if you don't like what you're saying, what are you, smarter than a computer?
So many people who I meet, I'm surprised that they use in the amount of use they use on ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet like in 10 years, that's going to be a great question to ask somebody is like, what's the weirdest thing you chatted with ChatGPT about?
Well, this is interesting. It says a 25-year-old man explained that he and his 28-year-old girlfriend, a little older, have had a couple of big arguments, as well as Yeah, right. As well as a few smaller disagreements in their 8 months of dating. And every time they would have a disagreement, the girlfriend would, quote, go away and discuss the argument with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And she said even sometimes while he's in the same room. Now that has got to be, oh, really? ChatGPT, what? You listen to this crap over here?
Oh, yeah.
I don't need you and the damn computer arguing with me now. That's
And then,
gotta
like,
suck.
And all of a sudden, about 18 months into the relationship, it's like,
Beep, 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 beep.
Sarah, are you there? I've been thinking, why don't you get rid of John and stay with me?
Right, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I do think a lot of this, though, is how you formulate your questions to the chatbot. So, for instance, if you ask ChatGPT in the scenario I talked about earlier, ChatGPT, is it inappropriate to remove articles of clothing at a time of celebration? You might get a different response if you say, is it wrong to take my pants off at a party? You know, so you gotta make sure that you're working the system, the angles.
And I've done that before, by the way.
That's I know you have, buddy.
I burned those pants, too. That was fun.
And your gal probably was not happy. Therefore,
Yeah, there was,
why do you think I brought that one up?
and I told them they were bad pants.
Yeah, they needed to come off. And what's a better time than the new year?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think that is asking for some trouble.
Well, it was one of those pairs of pants. I don't know if you ever bought pants before where
Few
the
times.
zipper flap always comes.
Stick straight out.
No, it goes like to the left, so it exposes your zipper the whole time.
Oh, yeah, it's not flat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got frustrated as hell with them, and I was like, I hate these. Because like I think like that night, 2 or 3 people were making a comment about it, and we had a fire going, and I was like, fine, I'll just get rid of them.
Most people would just suck it up, go through the rest of the night. Not you.
No, like, I'm tired. I'm tired of people talking about this. Now they're talking about me having boxers on. They're like, yeah,
Keep those on.
it's a nice night.
Did you really just pull your pants off and burn them?
Yeah. I get frustrated with that crap. And I'm like,
Well, those pants won't bother you anymore, honey.
oh, my favorite was it was at my brother's house. And he told his wife, and then like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months later, we're at like a family, we're getting together as a family, and she comes up to me and she's like, what were you guys doing that night? And I'm just like, why? She's like, what were y'all just like heavily drinking? Like, why would I was like, no, actually it happened in the first hour we were there. So we were just hanging out. She just looks at me and goes, what are you doing? What are you doing?
This is really funny. Last part of this story says the couple in this article says that whenever he expresses his feelings about the situation, he's told by his girlfriend that ChatGPT says, you're insecure, or you don't have the emotional bandwidth to understand what I'm saying. Oh my.
Look, I'm talking to a woman.
This is what I'm saying, man. It's like
kidding.
they've taught ChatGPT to gaslight me.
Yeah.
No way. Because you know at some point they learn patterns. He's going to end up taking a side here. He or she is going to take a side, and then it's kind of lost its purpose.
Well, he's funny is anytime I really got in an argument with a significant other, I always kind of went down like the lawyer route because I was raised by a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. That I'm sure that worked.
And it's hard.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Oh, it never worked.
Didn't.
But
right.
Again, I'm right on paper, so that's all that matters.
Did you have like a jury of your peers there?
Well, and that's what I always love when I always brought that. I was like, if we asked 12 people, gave them the straight facts, what do you think's going to happen?
Ladies
with that
and
jury?
gentlemen of the jury, I present to you the facts.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you think's going to happen? Who's going to be right? Like, well, you are. Well, yeah. So just accept that I'm right, and I'm not trying to be right. It's just unfortunately you're wrong.
Unfortunately, it's just
You're
the way
wrong.
it goes. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, that's usually, it's so funny. I rarely bring up issues.
Uh-huh.
Because I know it's not going to end well with anybody. But
oh, I see what you're saying. Issues in the relationship where you just
issues
whatever.
with me, I'm like, yeah, whatever,
Just
move on.
Crack open another cold one and move on.
Yeah.
Well, in the same light, there are 3 traits that people who often use AI usually share. And these are personality traits, Dick. The first one is Machiavellianism. Are you familiar with this term, Machiavellianism? This trait, of course, is named after the Italian author and philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli, who's famous for, okay, don't care. It's a personality trait characterized by manipulativeness, deceitfulness, and high levels of self-interest, and a tendency to see other people as a means to an end.
Oh, you just described me.
Good God. So that is, it says Machiavellianism is considered, get this, I love this, one of the 3 personality traits that makes up the dark triad.
Jesus.
Good God.
What is...
Which is basically a trio of unpleasant traits.
Yeah.
The second personality trait is narcissism. We're a little bit more familiar with narcissism. And the last one is...
time blindness.
No, that came in at 4, not part of the dark triad, but soon to be. The third one is psychopathy. And psychopathy is, as you guessed it, the third and final trait of the dark triad.
I figured gaslighting.
That's in there somewhere. That's an art. That's a trait of these folks, I'm sure.
Because all 3 of those kind of sound the same. I feel like they share.
Right? They all kind of intertwine. I agree. But psychopathy is basically people who lack empathy or remorse and typically have dampened impulse control, i.e. they take their pants off at a New Year's Eve party.
I won't do that tonight. It's cold.
Or have someone go live out in a tent under the overpass.
And I didn't bring it back up.
Did you have a backup pair that night? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not going to burn my pants on a backup. What do you think? I'm a weirdo?
Yeah.
So those are the 3 traits of people who use AI a lot. So I'm thinking the people who are using this as a relationship tool, not off to a good start. I just like using the word Machiavellianism. Maybe once I start smoking this year, I'll start having some of these the dark triad traits. So I take a big puff.
Yeah. That's fine with me. I'm cool with that.
You remember we talked, Dick, earlier last year about the guy who was doing the 100-meter hurdle, and as he was jumping over like the third hurdle,
he hit his pee-pee.
His dingus fell out of his shorts.
Yeah, it's happened.
And he kind of had, it happens, and he kind of had to.
Got Lenny Kravitz.
He did. He got Kravitzed on the third hurdle, and kind of had to run the rest of the race, cupping himself, but he finished the race. Well, similar to that, there was a guy back in 2017. His name was Glenn Rains, who ran the Boston Marathon in nothing but a tan-colored loincloth and a bone necklace. He's nicknamed the Barefoot Caveman. And this dude, there's a picture of this guy. I want you to show the onesie there. He's dangerously close to having a hurdle incident happen. He ran this thing in 3 hours and 40 minutes, which is extremely fast, barefoot or not.
I think that would be the greatest thing. Because I don't know if you have any runner friends.
I don't believe so.
It's so funny about the mental game they play on each other, where it's like, I gotta get ready for this marathon. I gotta, and then they're sharing their times or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine, like, you're going to the New York Marathon, you're like, all right, I flew all the way here, I'm ready to go, and you're just jogging, and then some dude like this in a loincloth just
right past you, yeah.
And I'd be like,
so insulting.
I'd be like, maybe I shouldn't be taking this so serious, because clearly
this guy's practically naked,
and he didn't have shoes.
Yeah, it does make you wonder if he bought like $1,000 pair of running shoes, if it shaved like a half hour off his time. Because 340 is
I think
cooking,
this guy's not really worried.
No? You think he's doing it for a bit, or do you think it actually makes him run faster?
I think he's just doing it for a bit.
I do like the fact that there are people like this in the world, though. I think it makes the world a better place, because like if everybody dressed like this, it wouldn't be very funny. You got to have people like this that stand out to make the race a little bit better. Because can you imagine if everybody's running around like that? Because look, if you do have a hurdle incident, that race lasts, 11, 12 seconds. This one, you're going to be flopping for hours, man.
Pretty sure he'd probably tuck you in.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, maybe, says the guy who burned his pants.
Get those runner tapes. They put on their nipples.
Oh, yeah, for chafing.
Yeah, so put that, they got it.
You think he puts tape in the area?
I mean, I hope.
The loincloth area?
I hope. But whatever. Well, actually, what's funny about this guy, you have to think he practiced this way.
You would think so.
So...
You would think so.
There's neighbors are like, oh, man, Patrick's out there again.
Yeah, he was 50 years old or 54 years old at the time he ran this. He looks phenomenal.
Looks better than me.
He does. He does. Well, more power to Mr. Rains there. Last story here before the break. Dick, were you aware that the human brain experiences 5 distinct eras as we age? And each is defined by changes in our neural architecture that influence how we process information, new research is showing.
Okay.
That's right. In a study that scanned over 3,800 people ages 0 to 90 years old, we determined the 5 courses of aging.
Oh, that's a weird ask.
What's that?
So you're pregnant, and they're like, we want to scan your baby's brain.
Yeah, 0, like right out of the chute.
Yeah.
They determined that there are 4 turning points in the brain at ages 9, 32.
I guess that's right. You're technically, I mean, that's 0 to 1. You're like, people say, oh, 6 months. So that's kind of still 0.
That's still 0, dude.
Okay.
You're fixated on the 0, aren't you?
Well, I was like, man, is anyone actually 0 years old? Like, how
people start aging the moment they're born. I think that's...
And when this is a scientific study, they got to explain the 0.
That's right. It's from the publication Nature Communications.
Oh, it sounds
It's
legit.
riveting. Yeah, riveting.
But yeah, no, I mean, I imagine that's right from the hole to the arms, starting then, I guess.
That's you nailed it.
Right? Is that what you're
No,
thinking?
no, no,
Or
no.
do you
It
think
has-
it's in the belly?
it has-
Do you think they did the scan in the belly?
I think it has to come out of the chute first, where you start.
Yeah.
Aging.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Well, the 5 points determined by, or the 5, what did I call it? Distinct eras have 4 turning points at ages 9, 32, 66, and 83.
Nice.
And what this means is that our brain's connections wire themselves in pretty much the same way from birth to 9 years of age.
And then they figure out alternative routes.
And then they start figuring it out. This is when you start determining whether or not you want to keep your pants on at a party.
You're fixated on that.
I am.
You just want me to take off my pants?
No, I'm good.
That's weird.
Then our neural architecture starts to organize differently as we enter adolescence, continuing all the way through age 32. So you could just tell your mom, look, I wasn't immature. I'm basically a 9-year-old at heart.
No, I think that's because the brain figures out different routes.
Starting to get it.
And they're like, that old route, not worth it.
It's right. It says at this point, the brain's structural development appears to peak. It doesn't say that that basically a 17-year-old brain and a 30-year-old brain look alike. It's that the specific types of changes are occurring are consistent. Okay, so they're maturing in the same types of ways. And then the next big change is at 60, and that's when our brain connections, Dick, start to deteriorate. And
Go
it says,
figure.
and it says by the last turning point at 83, connectivity declines even further. I call that the Biden era. But it is pretty interesting that we age consistently through our bodies, but our brains really only have 5 different major eras, so to speak. Kind of interesting, Dick.
Yeah,
Kind
but
of interesting.
what's interesting about that is as we progress as a race, we're going to
Species, I think is what you meant to say. Human race. Go ahead. I thought you meant pasty white folk. Go ahead.
No, God, why is everyone so? That's crazy.
We're on edge. We're on edge.
No, I mean, because as we get older, because people are not going to be like 150 in 200 years, the time will change. You think they're going to add another phase, or do you think the time between phases is going to extend?
Ooh, that's interesting. I think we add another phase.
You think so?
Yeah.
I see. I feel like with this study, then you're making stuff up at that time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because you might as well just extend. If you know there's 5, it's like just extend the period.
yeah,
So
no,
from 0 to 14, 14 to whatever.
Yeah, 105 is the drooling stage. Yes.
Yeah, studies like these are fun, I guess.
It is. I mean, it goes on in a lot of detail, which, of course, we're not going to get into, but you get the gist of it here.
I think that's kind of funny, though, if you think about old age. It's like your body just kind of gives up. It doesn't sound like it takes a different route. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to sit down for a bit.
I've just deteriorated a little bit, that's
I'm
all.
I'm just not going to.
Connections are a little fuzzy.
Yeah. I wonder.
Kind of reminds me of like when we were younger and you would have
Well, think about-
UHF channels and you'd be in between a channel and just be kind of blurry a little bit. You could still catch a boob in there if you had the right thing going,
Okay.
but you knew you were in between channels. That's probably the way your neural pathways work as you age.
Well, I wonder if like a dude like that last show episode, he's like 80 and a bodybuilder. I wonder if his brain is still following this pattern or not.
That's an interesting. Well, his body certainly isn't. That'd be
Well, that's what I
interesting
was
to know
wondering,
how his
yeah.
brain is functioning. If he's maybe just in this third era.
And then we got like a whole generation on
32 era.
on meth with Adderall.
Oh
So
yeah,
I wonder how that's going with the blood flow and everything, and wonder how that. And then you got a whole generation of men on TRT now, because that's my favorite thing now. That at my age, as I'm hitting that, and all my friends are like, "Oh, I had to got my testosterone checked. You should do it. It's been helping me a lot." I'm like, "Man, that sounds great." But unfortunately, about 20 years ago, I just gave up and said, "If I die, I die. Who cares?"
I don't need it. You determined a long time ago you don't need testosterone, do you?
I'm like,
No.
just take it or leave it, dude. Like, I love it.
All right, man.
I
That's
love
a
my
pretty
friends
good.
so much.
It's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, we are going to talk about coughing and sneezing
Oh, perfect.
at the same time. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
We're back here on Audience One Show every Friday at 10 a.m. on Lone Star Community Radio. And with a quick reminder, we are a nonprofit radio station, so if you want to donate to the show, visit us online at irlonestar.com/a and sponsor the show too. I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm scared.
Also, send us funny articles you find that might appear on the show. That's audienceofoneshow@gmail.com. I always love to get fan mail. I wouldn't even call it fan mail. It's participation, onesie participation. And
Could be a fan. You never know.
yeah, I encourage people who are not a fan
Yeah.
to make the show better. Send us better articles, please.
Mm. You know, also, I would encourage you, if you are an FM listener, just tune in every now and again because our show might be replayed. Throughout the week, it gets played a couple times randomly. You never know, you might catch a double shot of AOO.
Happy New Year.
2026.
Yeah, dude.
2025, we barely knew you.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, dude.
Yeah, looks like it.
I mean, if I live this year, it's going to be
I'm sorry,
a
what?
life worth living.
Oh, okay. If you live this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal, right?
I suppose you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, we are aging. It is a new year, so we're all getting another year older.
Yeah, I turned 40 this year.
Oh, my. We're going to have to do something special.
I'm trying to do something special, but then I realized, no, that means I have to do something. Actually,
Yeah. Who wants to do that?
really what I want to do is I want to go to a Corpus Christi Hooks game. I want to find a weekend that there's like 2 or 3 games, home games. And all I'm going to
binge 'em?
eat is Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
The home of Whataburger.
because they had the Whataburger field.
Oh, right.
So, and
You know, you didn't have to wait till 40 to do that.
I know it just came up to me and someone's like, yeah, that sounds like a great trip. When do you want to do that? I'm like,
Bucket list.
and I'm like, let's just do it for my birthday. Let's do that. People have great excuses for turning 40, right? Like they have parties,
Sure.
or whatever.
Sure.
So,
Well, good for you, man. This is.
well, you're not invited.
This
so,
is the
man.
year of Dick. 2026, the year of Dick. This is gonna be your year, buddy.
Yeah. I always love that when they talk about New Year's resolutions and it's like this year's off to a good start or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
By February, it sucks.
Yeah, and get a better attitude, dude.
Me?
These people.
Oh, these people. I have a
These
great
people.
attitude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right, we're back. So What do you got next?
Do you remember the phenomenon a few years ago known as flash mobs?
Is it? Oh, isn't that when they changed it now? I think they're called ice mobs.
Ice mobs?
Yeah, when ice shows.
Oh, not ice as in
That
frozen
was
water.
a good one, right?
I suppose so.
Oh, it's one of those ice mobs.
Really tickled yourself
Oh,
there.
I really did. That's some good stuff. Because can you imagine being there
know.
and something happens like that? You're like, oh, I just saw an ice mob.
Well,
dude.
flash mobs. I guess much like I
that's a
I
good
don't want
joke.
my waiter to sing to me at a restaurant, and I don't like mariachis at my table. I don't need spontaneous singing and dancing outside the Build-A-Bear either. And I feel like much of these is just like everything else. It's like it's social media arms
Let me
race.
ask you
know?
something,
Yeah.
Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to become a hermit?
Oh no! I like being out and about.
Because I feel like you don't like all these things, but that's the risk of going out is encountering a flash mob.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to accept that could happen.
It could happen at any moment. It's the risk I'm willing to take.
I would enjoy it if
Have you ever witnessed the flash mob? I haven't. I've only seen
well,
viral videos.
A woman has
of
flashed me before.
it.
Does that count?
No, that's a different kind of flash.
Yeah.
That's a flash solo. It's not really a mob.
And that was a freebie.
I'm just kind of glad these things have run their course. I mean, I guess it is kind of neat that someone did take the time to choreograph something all together.
Yeah.
Where they practiced it, I don't know, but because it's obviously not at the place it occurs. Otherwise, it's not a flash.
That's why I carry my bear mace.
Spray people as they flash mob you.
No, I'm kidding. No, I unfortunately for me, I don't visit places that are like.
I mean, it's a mall usually where these things occur. Or out
I
in
thought
public somewhere.
You know how like on the internet reels and everything, they have those people interviewing random people on the street. So
Mhm.
I was sitting there talking to a buddy, and he's like, "Are you going to travel at all this year?" I'm like, "I kind of want to go to New York," and he's like, "Why?" Because I want to be interviewed by somebody. I just want to walk around.
Man on the street.
Yeah, I just want because it seems like everyone's just doing that.
There
And-
are a lot of
and
man
I
on the
just-
street stuff.
That's all I want to do. For
If you wander around long enough in New York City, Dick,
You
you're gonna
think so?
find you're gonna find something.
that's what I'm hoping for, man, and just walk
You're
around.
also gonna find a bus, the front end of a bus too, if you're not careful.
Yeah, true that. We all saw Brad Pitt and Meet Joe Black. Kind of look both ways, dog. But yeah, no.
Is it weird that I laughed at that part?
Oh, dude, I was cracking up when I saw that because I was like, did not see that coming.
No.
But yeah, no, I think that'd be a fun little trip because everyone always talks about, oh, we like traveling, and I'm like, I don't like traveling, but I have to have a reason, and then I like it, and I think that's a good reason to travel. Is I want to be on a TikTok video.
Okay, well, maybe you could start a new trend. I, for one, am kind of glad these things have come and gone, and maybe they haven't, and I'm just not aware of them anymore. But these flash mobs, thing of the past, seems like right they're not a thing anymore.
I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. Well,
I'm never gonna say no.
no. Okay, man, that is really loud.
Dude, I gotta hydrate.
Gotta hydrate, bro.
That emergency stuff's great.
And I'm glad that you put your name on that cup so that no one will take it.
Well,
You didn't really need to write it that large, by the way.
trust me, I do, because people see how delicious it is, and
So for Christmas, I did get a few new T-shirts, clothes, which is really nice. So anytime I get new clothes, I'm trying to get into this habit where I will go into my, I go into my closet or my drawers, and I will get rid of some old stuff, right? So if
Really?
I two in, two out, right?
I haven't gotten rid of it.
Well, you also don't get a lot of new stuff either.
I burn a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
so there's that. No, I do get a lot. I got a Selena shirt,
But I kind of...
which, by the way, onesies
Oh, God, here we go again.
was a
Yes.
success.
Yes, we talked about that.
I'm
Yes.
just letting you know.
Still
Still a success.
Still-
I'm 1 for 1 wearing the Selena
Still
shirt.
riding the wave of that Selena night, huh?
It's
All right.
amazing how many people love that one. And yeah, it's you know what? I didn't realize she's basically like Elvis in a sense for her generation, because when I bring that up to people, they were like, some people know where they were
The
when
moment it occurred.
when she got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize it was that big of a deal, but
It
you know,
was
R.I.P.
the moment the world stood still.
Yeah, yeah. The best story I heard was they're in gym, and some girl comes into the gym and screams, "They shot Selena!" And I was like, no, that's not real. I was like, no, it was real. And it's a Jim. They shot Selena. So yeah, I mean, she's basically like Elvis. So
Almost, pretty much the same.
I want to say
He didn't get shot though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, on the
He's-
account of that.
he sneezed and he coughed
Coughed at the same time. We're gonna cover that.
I know, but
Anyways, I was trying to go in and find old T-shirts to replace with my new ones, and I'm here to say I think technology and cotton technology has come a long way. Because some of these shirts I've had for quite a long time look like they're in pretty good shape. There's no like bacon collar going on. You know, they used to always get kind of wavy. Man. I think we've hit a new level in shirt making and cotton technology, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm here for it. So you know what I didn't do? I didn't remove any shirts this time. I just added to the pile. That's right. There was none to get rid of. They were all in such good
you're
shape.
a big shirt person, that's for sure.
I do like clothes more than you. That's for sure.
I like clothes.
I'm so offended. I like clothes. That's the weirdest statement I think I've ever heard you say.
Well, you
No,
just
what am I thinking?
accused me of not.
Says the guy who burns them.
Well, there's a time and place for everything.
This is true. This is true. Did you want to cover the experience of First of all, have you ever sneezed and coughed at the same time?
Yeah, I'm probably going to do it on the show because
Really?
I've been-
See, I don't believe...
I've been fighting back sneezing right now. I'm trying. But
So
it's-
I don't know
it's
that
coming,
I
man.
ever have. And in fact, I didn't think it was actually possible to do so. I did find some stories that I'm not going to bring to air about a horrible incident that happened to a man after surgery and coughed and sneezed at the same time, and it was not pleasant. I'm not going to go into detail
what
there.
came up?
What do you mean? No, it didn't come up. It came out.
Same thing.
Things blew out of him. Let's
Oh,
put it
it's
that
awesome.
way.
Ooh, on the back end?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that happens.
Well, cough and a sneeze occurring simultaneously is a common psychological event. Physiological, sorry. I did not realize it was common. That often leaves people wondering about the body's complex wiring. I don't know that that's actually a true statement. I think it just happens and we don't really worry
if
about
anything,
it.
that statement needed to be made when you can breathe out of your butt.
Yeah, well, we know that you can.
That is a
Just-
complex
just-
body.
Just a little bit, though. Remember,
Yeah.
just enough.
I mean, just to keep your heart going a little
just
bit.
enough.
Man.
Well, this combined expulsion is not a failure of the body's protective systems, but a momentary convergence of two powerful, independent reflexes. This forceful hybrid event occurs when the body attempts to manage irritation in two separate respiratory zones at once.
Okay.
I think this is perfect, seeing as how you're sick right now, to understand that this is absolutely normal. I must be the oddball because I've never done this before.
Well, and everyone always says, like, oh, it went down the wrong pipe.
Uh-huh.
I always figure that means there's two pipes.
Uh-huh.
So,
You
yeah.
would think.
So things can come out both sides.
I
It's probably
suppose you're
not
right.
true at all. I'm just making that up. But, I mean, are you really that amazed?
Yes, I am. I didn't think it could happen at the same time. It says their primary difference lies in the specific anatomical location that they are designed to guard. The sneeze reflex clears the upper airways, specifically nasal passages,
Yep.
offering or offending particles of dust, pollen, and microbes can get out quickly. Conversely, the cough reflex serves to protect the lower airways, including the trachea and the bronchi leading to the lungs. Again, two pipes. You're right. But I just didn't know that they could act in unison. Seems like to me, if that were to happen,
Well, think about the people who drink milk or whatever and they laugh and it comes out their nose.
okay, that might be somewhat related. I
'Cause
just
you're
think,
laughing, so you're getting air out or air in, and then nose coming. I mean, it could work anyway.
I just like how they describe it here: a forceful hybrid event.
yeah. Cool.
Sounds like an evening with you. A forceful hybrid event. Just saying.
Okay, that's fine with me. Sounds like a good time.
Well, I'm glad to know that this is normal now, because if it did indeed happen to me once, I think I'm going to know it. Right? I suppose when this does happen, you're not like, did I just cough and sneeze at the same time? You're probably pretty aware of it. So now I know that I'm normal.
Okay.
Sensory information triggering the sneeze travels along the trigeminal nerve from the nose. Signals triggering the cough travel along the vagus nerve from
Nice.
from the lower airways and throat. Although these input nerves are separate, they converge on a closely situated nuclei
All right.
within the medulla oblongata.
Did you just want to read that whole thing so you could say that?
The medulla oblongata. I did say something. I wanted. What was it? Machiavellianism.
Yeah.
I wanted to start introducing that into my language. Medulla oblongata is another one.
Nice.
Nice. So don't feel so bad, Dick. that you're coughing and
I
sneezing
didn't.
right now. Okay. Dick, among the members of the Zaraniq tribe on the west coast of Yemen are the world's only, and you'll be glad to know this, professional camel jumpers. And as one of the champion members of this tribe says, it's, quote, "It's just what we do." This presumably ancient
That guy sounds
sport
badass.
was recently documented by Adam Reynolds, a 30-year-old photojournalist from Indiana. And the sport is basically exactly what you think it is. It's this remote tribe in Yemen where these dudes leap over the top of camels. And I'm assuming that you're showing the picture there. This guy catching some major air.
No slip out this time, baby.
Yeah, he does appear to be dressed appropriately as someone should be while jumping a camel. But it's pretty impressive, man. I imagine these guys are pretty phenomenal.
Are you serious? That's impressive.
Have you ever jumped a camel? I know you said you've ridden on one.
It looks like there's a ramp, so I don't think they're jumping from the ground.
Oh, you think he's running up the ramp and then jumping over the camel?
Yeah.
Are you throwing shade at camel jumpers?
Pretty much.
It does say they're professional. I'm not sure who's paying these men to do this. But the Zaraniq live in a tribe in a desert plain of the Red Sea, and it says they are mostly poor. What? No way. You mean to tell me that camel jumping is not an activity of the wealthy? I kind of figured it was like F1 and maybe yachting and then camel jumping.
Okay. Let's see. I got a video. Let's see. There's like a...
Dude, I'm impressed by this. I love the fact that, you know what this needs?
Look.
This
Knew
needs
it.
This needs to be the national
They're
sport
setting up a ramp.
of that island Verdiz. Do you call that a ramp? It looks like just a pile of dirt.
What
I guess anything could be a
it's
ramp.
slanted.
Okay, check.
What?
Dude, I gotta watch. This is great. Look, they've got quite a crowd there. Oh, I wonder if they're camel jumping. Oh, yeah, look, he even clicked his feet together as he cleared that thing. He did that easily.
Dudes just like jumping over things, man.
Yeah, dudes really do.
Office chairs.
But that's just one camel.
Buses.
It's clear to me that they are having no issues clearing one camel. Why don't we just throw a couple more in there? Right? Let's just really amp this up a little bit. They need to get Red Bull out there. Start sponsoring this thing. Get a little money behind these guys. These are true athletes, man.
They got knives. What's going on with this?
Oh, dude. Yeah, you're over here making fun of them.
I'm not making fun of them. I just said they're not jumping from the ground. They set up a ramp.
Well, you need to be careful because apparently there are a large number of Al-Qaeda and other terrorist groups that operate there. So I'm impressed with this. I see no problem with this. I think these guys are truly athletes.
You don't think I could be on a TikTok video there? I feel like that's a good way to be on a TikTok video.
Jumping a camel?
Or hanging out with those dudes. If that's my goal this year is to go travel and be on a TikTok video, I might be beheaded, but yeah, worth it.
I mean, honestly, the only reason this is funny is because it's a camel. Let's be honest. Otherwise, it's just guys jumping over things. But it would be interesting if we started measuring things.
Guys jumping over things.
It's really all it is. It would be interesting, though, if we added this to like the Olympics and we started measuring our long jumps and like the number of yaks or something. You know, just makes it more interesting.
Okay.
I'd like to try camel jumping. What say you? What would you like to jump, Dick? If it wasn't a camel, and like I said, I only saw one there. It's singular. I want to see more. What would you like to jump? Maybe some key cars? Jump a little tiny truck?
Oh, that'd be tight. I don't know. I don't have a desire to jump anything, but maybe my brain hasn't hit that phase yet.
Yeah, that's right. You haven't reached that phase.
I probably haven't hit the 9-year-old phase yet. I'm still.
No, you're squarely in that. Well, maybe. You're probably right.
No one really knows.
You have your own little saying when you jump over the key car. Diddy party!
Diddy party.
Diddy party. You click your heels together.
Yeah. Freak off. Oh,
No Diddy party for you this New Year's though, as you're not feeling too well and you're going to be leaving early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
You never know. Depends on what's going on. If I have if the wind changes, I'll go with it. Yeah.
All right. Well, camel jumping, we hardly knew ye. Dick, are you aware of this? And you might be because you are quite up on the movie scene. But a Hollywood director was recently convicted on charges that he scammed Netflix.
Yep.
Out of $11 million.
Million, not billion.
Yeah, $11 million for a show that never materialized.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Carl Reinsch?
Yeah, he's some foreign dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, it says that basically instead of using the cash for the movie, he instead purchased lavish things such as a Rolls Royce and a Ferrari. And it says about $1 million in mattresses and luxury bedding. What? Again, these people just don't know. It was the mattresses that put it over. You get one Rolls Royce, okay, maybe a Ferrari. But bro, what do you need $11 million or $1 million in mattresses?
How big's your house?
That's true. How big is this party?
And how many endangered species
Well, it says this
are being used to fill that mattress?
Ew.
All the feathers and everything?
It says prosecutors said Netflix had initially paid him about $44 million for an unfinished sci-fi show called White House, and then sent over another $11 million before he said he needed additional funding to wrap up production. But instead of putting the money towards the show, he steered the cash to a personal account where he made a series of failed investments. Yeah, invested in $1 million worth of bedding and bed sheets. Hey man, thread count pretty high on those though, right? I imagine these ain't like low end. This is some good. Oh, I wonder if there's some silk sheets. You just whip, slip right off of those things. Well, I do think this is interesting because you know what? Knowing Netflix, they're going to profit off this and just make a movie about it. Think about that. They want to get their money back. They just make a documentary about this guy, put it out on Netflix.
Yeah.
We always talk about it every time, man.
Well, I still understand. Like when I read the article, I didn't understand because they said they gave him $40 million, but then when they got the second,
and what happened to the first 40?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Maybe he used that portion for the movie, but then the second 11 is where he was like, they'll never know. I mean, how are they going to know I tacked on $11 million to the back of the set
they'll
after
know
I've already
when
put
he
40
came back
in?
a third time.
Yeah, just a little bit more. See, overplayed his hand. We talk about it every time. He overplayed.
That's a new segment. Overplayed your hand.
It says he also spent $652,000 on watches and clothes. $638,000 on mattresses, another $295,000 on luxury bedding and linens. Well,
not the onesie of the week.
He never finished the show either, and his sentencing, I think, is set for this April. Pretty interesting. Yeah, but I figured you'd be up on this. It does say that he is the director of film 47 Ronin.
Yeah, with Keanu Reeves.
I knew the original Ronin movie. I didn't realize there was another.
It's a samurai movie. This isn't.
Oh, okay.
It's a good movie.
I bet it is.
I mean, that guy's kind of an idiot, but then again, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I had some interesting notes because I know the $1.7 billion lotto was won last week by a person in Arkansas, I think it was, Little Rock. Did you hear about this? It's a lot of money,
I guess.
And I had a little thing here. I don't know if you're really interested. I imagine that you're not. But the difference between $1 million and $1 billion.
Yeah, we can talk about that
later.
Fun number game and how obscene it is.
It's just a crazy amount.
The visualization can be, mind-bending.
Mind-bending. Well, then we don't have to cover it. We can just go straight into the quick hit at the end of the show because I think you're not feeling your best today.
No, I mean, the lotto's cool. I'm glad that guy someone won. That's kind of fun, right?
Yeah, okay. So it says that 1,000,000 seconds is 11.57 days. So 1,000,000 seconds ago, we just got through recording our show,
And 1 billion seconds.
But 1 billion seconds is 31.7 years.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, my goal.
If someone made $1 million a year, they would make $480 an hour. But $1 billion, they would make $480,000 per hour. This dude has a lot of cash. A lot of cash.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that it always kind of makes me amazed with the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Is a lot of people who say they have a lot of money, like for example, like Elon Musk, like he doesn't technically have billions of dollars in cash.
Right. Not
Right.
on hand.
Like I bet this guy who won the lotto, and he said cash only, he might technically have more cash than Elon Musk.
He probably does. Yeah.
So I always like that kind of fun thing to think about.
It is an
And
interesting flex.
It is, and everyone's gonna be finding out where that guy is.
He's what they call liquid.
Yeah, and
Until he's not.
yeah,
Imagine how many tents that guy could buy. Lots and lots. Really fancy ones.
you know, I would if I won the lottery that much money, I would definitely do one of those cruises for a year.
Oh, yeah, the Around the World cruise.
I would do that
And try not to
That'd
die.
be-
Otherwise, you end up
that'd
in one of their
be-
freezers
because I'm a
next to the cheesecake.
I like the idea of not making my bed.
You can do that now. And I bet you do.
Well, no, I do. I can now, but the dogs just kind of like say, "Screw you, dude."
So when your mom comes in, she's like, why haven't you made your bed? I'm pretending I'm a billionaire.
I know-
Leave me
no,
alone.
I meant someone
Sailing the ocean
because
blue.
on the cruise they'll come and do all this.
Daddy party.
I think we talked about how much the cruise life fits my life.
Yes,
Where
very
you
much
can
so.
write on the thing where it's like, hey, in the morning I want 2 eggs this way, and I want this, and I want this, and I want a 6-pack with this,
Right.
and it is fabulous.
And I'm going to push that drink package to its limits.
And shower beer every morning. Fantastic.
There
feeling.
was some kind of case like where a man died the other day on a cruise ship, and they said that he had drank, I think, like 33 drinks that day.
gross. Dude.
Gross. And you know they're keeping a tab on it, right? Because every time he goes to order, he tells them his name or whatever. And then, yes, he has the drink package, but at a certain point, I don't know what that point is. Maybe, I don't know, 20, where some alarm bell goes off and says, we probably need to go check on this. Too many. We need to go check on this guy.
No, but you know, I'm talking about. That's why I would love the idea of living in a luxury old folks home, because somebody come does the dishes and somebody, and you're just like every day though. It's like every day.
Hey, it gives you something to look forward to. And you know what? New year, you are 1 year closer to that dream, to living that
Ultimate
dream.
retirement right there.
The big 40 this year, buddy.
I guess that's kind of counter to what everyone else. So like, what are you gonna do for retirement? I'm gonna go to a retirement home.
People are like, I'm trying to stay out of it. You're
And
like,
I'm
I
like,
can't
"No,
wait till I
can't
get to
wait.
go in.
I can't wait, dude. I'm gonna be able to just throw my towel in the hamper, like done. It's gonna be great.
Again, you can do all this stuff now.
I know. I just need to get married to. So they'll.
Yeah, a lot of these
That was a joke.
communities, you have to be of a certain age just to even qualify. So what you need to
I
do
already
is
know.
go find
I've
you
already talked to several,
an older lady.
and I already budgeted. I asked like the budget, and we got it. It's actually really expensive.
Yeah, because there's a big feed, and not only feed you, but then wipe your butt when you get
Well, no,
incapacitated. When you reach that
Yeah,
last
it depends
age,
on what level of
phase
care
of
you need.
aging.
I think the average one I found for like a full service a month, including like food and everything, I think like the minimum I found was like $4,000 a month.
That's actually fairly cheap.
But like you don't get certain services, like you might just get lunch, so you gotta figure
And that
out.
would suck too, because you know, like your neighbor who did pretty well in life has the bigger
Oh,
food
yeah.
package, and you just watch 2 extra meals roll by on the cart past your door every day. Dang it, Jim's got the breakfast and dinner. I just got the bologna sandwich package for 4 cheese.
You work it out. You like, can I use your card? Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, kind of like the deal you had worked out in chapel, where you pay your friends and pay you $5 if you checked them in for chapel. At
Oh, no,
ACN.
no, there was no money. It was an honor system.
Uh-huh.
You help me out, I help you out, and we tallied it.
And then what was the payoff if you got your buddy into chapel?
You get me into chapel when I didn't want to go.
Okay, so it was just okay. I got it.
Yeah.
It was if I get you into chapel a
You
couple of
go me
times,
one.
then
You
I'll get you
owe
in a
me
couple
one.
times.
And we had a good system. That was a good system.
It was a good system, but you know who knew about it? God. He knew. He was watching.
I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell him, like, you see, was it scanned? I was there.
Yeah, you're not going to pull this one past God.
No, I think you can slip a couple by him.
He's like, dang it, he has me on a technicality.
Yeah.
This Dick guy, man, he's pretty sharp, pretty sharp.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if I told you that, but one time this person followed my buddy and was like pretty like sure that he was scanning multiple cards,
Mm-hmm.
and my guy just in front was like, "No habla español," and just ran to his car, drove off.
Yeah, that always works.
And then
In this case, it did.
it was great. And then the guy wrote down the license plate, and then they
They found me. I don't know how they found me, but they found me.
And then they basically called.
Libyans.
They're real serious about this, and they called us in because I was a roommate, and they were like, "We think it was because your names were scanned at the same time." And
Ooh, look at that. Using a little bit of
it's-
detective
oh, yeah.
AI work there, huh? Some
and I was sitting
analytics.
there, and I was like, "Yeah, I was there." Like, what would happen? What was chapel about? I'm like, honestly, I put my headphones in and read the paper.
Yeah, look, I was having a rough day.
And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy.
Like, yeah.
I go, you asked the whole area.
I
Is there a
suppose
guy
there was no closed circuit security cameras either.
No,
Mm.
that would be kind of creepy.
Well,
But
nowadays you almost have to have
now
them
I
at
don't-
college. Sure.
I can't imagine going outside today and not expect that.
True that.
But it was pretty funny because I was kind of notorious for the newspaper and earbuds. Did I tell you that story?
It'd be so funny to see you in church though, rustling the paper around.
No, this one time.
Everyone's kneeling. You're like, huh? What? Oh yeah, my bad.
This one time I went, and certain days have special things where they do like small groups, so you can go around the campus. And
Certain days have yeah, it's called the Sabbath.
Or
Continue.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
well, I always have my same spot, so I get there early, got my paper, sit down, put my earbuds in, reading. All of a sudden, I hear on like the guy on the sound. This isn't a stadium. This isn't a basketball stadium, and he's like, young man, hello, over there. And like, you can hear it. And I'm like, who's he? The guy with the paper. I'm like, and I put the paper down, and I'm the only one on that side of the stadium
With a newspaper.
with a
nonetheless. Yeah, of
newspaper,
course.
and everyone's in this corner.
Staring at you.
And he's like, today's small chapel. You want to come join us? And without giving it a beat, I go, I'm good.
I'm here. What
Yeah.
do you mean?
I'm good. And I went back to reading. Oh, that was so funny. And then ironically, I met that professor later, like a year later. And I said, like, oh, I remember you. You're and he goes, and I go, I was the newspaper kid. He's like, he goes, you're that guy. And I go, yeah, it's me. And he goes, that was probably one of the funniest things I was laughing about after that day. Because you were like, goes, without skipping a beat, you just scream, I'm good.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
I'm good.
Anybody have any tea?
Yeah.
Perhaps? Cuban sugar?
That was so funny to me. I was like, I didn't mean to like, disrespect you, but I've already scanned in. And
By the way, this newspaper's missing the comics. Anybody take the comics out?
no, I was probably the most informed I've ever been those years with that paper. I got a discount because I was a student.
Nice.
Yeah, you get the Wall Street for like $60.
Just imagining
A
you
year.
reading Wall Street in church. Just funny.
That's a great paper.
I'm sure that it is. Great publication.
It really is. I encourage everyone, and if you're a student, it's like probably $80 now or something. But it's
If it's still around. In print form.
oh yeah, true.
All right, Dick, it is time for the quick hit here at the end of the show. Do you know who Larry Walters is?
Nope.
Well, on July 2nd of 1982, Larry Walters made a 45-minute flight in a homemade aerostat. And an aerostat is basically just anything that is lighter than air.
Good for him.
In his case, it was a bunch of balloons. Made out of an ordinary lawn chair and 42 helium-filled weather balloons. The aircraft rose to an altitude of 16,000 feet, drifted from the point of liftoff in the neighborhood in San Pedro, Los Angeles, California, and entered controlled airspace. During the final descent, the aircraft became entangled in power lines,
Aw,
but Walters was able to climb down
dude, what an
safely.
idiot.
Yes, it nicknamed him. This event
Idiot?
earned him the nickname of Lawn Chair Larry.
Ain't there a movie about that?
I mean, it's kind of like the Up movie, just a little bit, right?
Those linemen are pissed.
Yeah, probably because he got entangled in all of those
Here we go.
Lawn Chair Larry, man. But apparently he had some restraints that were tied to him, so he was only supposed to go up so far. Well, he busted through those restraints and got into the uncontrolled airspace. And yeah, got up there really
he
high.
didn't bring a BB gun?
You start shooting him down.
Yeah.
That would have been really fun. Yeah, I don't know what his escape plan was for old lawn chair Larry.
You gotta
With
have
40
something. You gotta have something off when you're
40
like, I want to sit in a lawn chair and go 100+ feet in the air.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have something, unless you have a parachute. But
Well, he purchased 45 8-foot weather balloons from a military surplus store and attached those to his lawn chair.
maybe he was bored.
Put on a parachute, strapped himself into the chair.
So he did have a parachute.
He did have a
Good.
parachute.
All right.
Into the backyard of his home and let it rip. He took with him, you're going to like this, a pellet gun. There you
Okay.
go. A CB radio, sandwiches, 2 liters of Coca-Cola, a pack of beer, and a camera.
Good for him.
Larry, it goes without saying,
Onesie of the week.
onesie of the week.
Yeah.
And we're starting off the new year with a bang because this guy may end up being our onesie of the year. Larry, lawn chair
arguable.
Larry?
Yeah, cool.
Come on, man. Come on. All right, buddy. It's all the time we've got for today. I hope you go home, get yourself some rest. Feel better, little buddy. Feel better.
Okay.
Until next week, everybody. Bye-bye.